Just a quick parenting tip, and it's simply this. Whatever your values are that you're teaching to your children, teach them a counter value as well. In other words, teach them the value of precisely the opposite. And I know you're looking at me thinking, what the hell does that even mean? Let's say your value, one of your values that you want to teach your kids is don't ever quit, don't ever quit. Quitters never win and winners never quit, right? Which is, in America, if you play sports, you definitely got that message. But the truth is, sometimes you gotta quit. Sometimes the best move is to quit something that doesn't work or that doesn't feel right over the long term or whatever it is. Because the truth is, children very often, when they get the parents' values, whether it's conveyed explicitly or implicitly, sort of as an underlying message, the child will run with it into their 30s and 50s and 70s, taking it as an absolute. And they'll run with it to such extraordinary degrees that it often undermines their own lives. And if they've been trying to get the parents' approval, they'll take those parents' values to such extraordinary degrees that maybe the parent never intended. Or if they've been hurt by the parent in significant ways, they will do the opposite of those values you so treasure and so cling to, and they'll do the opposite just as their way of saying screw you to the parent, right? In my home growing up, when my children were growing up, they're now in their 30s and they're wonderful people and wonderful spouses that they have. When they were growing up, and both of them will tell you this, that manners were very important, both to me and to my spouse. And, be kind to old people. Yes, sir. No, sir. Don't talk with food in your mouth. Definitely don't ever slurp. Good table manners, that sort of thing, right? But, and to the point where one of my best friends always said to me, Sven, you're like a manners Nazi with your kids. But here's the thing. Once a month, we also had Bad Manners Day, where maybe we'd have a little food fight at the table and we all talk with food in our mouths and do all sorts of things. Why? I was deliberately mocking my own values by implementing Bad Manners Day. I was teaching the child that anything I teach you, take with a grain of salt and figure it out for yourself. The median, the sort of in-between spot that works for you, rather than this is an absolute rule and you must always live by it. All right? Because your kid is going to take it to an extreme degree, and that's not always the best thing. Offer your child the counter message that, if your value is don't ever quit, give them also the message of, but sometimes you need to quit. Or, as many women that I've known, they grew up learning, don't ever depend on a man. But times are in your life that you may want to depend on a man or on a spouse. In other words, give a counter message so that the child and into adulthood can sort out their values for themselves. Just a thought. Have a kick-ass day.